Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Octane, and today we've got a Dark Beast Killer deck. The event that starts in a few hours is a commander event, and we're gonna have a look at the cards. So first up is your ultimate form for this event, and this one will upgrade the seven highest rank Dark Power Gem that you've got on the board. It will also then create 6 Dark Podium 6, and it will increase Dark Commander damage by 60% for one turn. From my perspective, it's not a bad battle skill. In the terms of utilities, it will be better suited for commander events rather than slay events, even though it can be used in slay events to upgrade Dark Gems to one level higher. The passive, anytime an upgrade skill is used, it creates 4 Dark Power Gem 4s. It also heal for hit 100% of your recovery, and it can be triggered infinite times. Well, we all know it only can be triggered 5 times because you only have 5 cards on the board that can potentially upgrade gems. So it's not a bad ultimate form. It dispels blind. So going forward, I can see this being a very useful utility card when it comes to commander event, and it will probably have a few application in slay events as well. The Master Collection card creates 4 Dark Podium 5s, and it upgrades 4 Dark Podium to 1 level higher. The complete deck is a 3-turn cooldown deck. This one has got a passive where anytime an upgrade skill is used, it creates 4 Dark Podium 4s. So the deck in and of itself can create quite a number of Dark Power Gems on the board, which enables you to crush them and create Power Gems of higher level. So it's not a bad deck. Is it a very powerful deck? Uh, well, I won't know because I haven't got the deck. And I won't be crafting the deck. I think I'm going to hold out for a Slayer deck. I've got enough kinds And when I collect my coins from the collection tomorrow, I'll be able to basically, I won't be able to craft it until I go into the retro packs, basically, because I need 22 coins to basically craft both cards. So probably won't be crafting this. I'll hold off, see if we get any exciting decks in the coming future. This one is your ultra rare, and it creates 5 Dark Power Gem 6. It increases Dark Commander attack for 40%, so you've got a 40% damage increase on your ultra rare and a 60% increase on your ultimate form. It's got a 3-turn cooldown, 1 passive. Anytime an upgrade skill is used, it will heal for 800% of your recovery. Can be triggered many times. So the heal is not bad. The power gem production is not bad. The damage increase is not bad. So I'm kind of liking this deck. However, wasn't lucky this week, but that's neither here nor there. The 3 cards for this week, I think the best one is this one. It's a Noble Killer card, and it's a commander deck, and it creates 1 Dark Power Gem, 1 Dark Power Gem 2 at the start of the next turn, and on the 3rd turn it creates 3 Dark Power Gem 2s, and if you are at 50 or more skill point, it applies Elementium, and Elementium is a status, and it will heal you for 3000% of your recovery. The deck that this one came from, I'm not a fan of this deck. I've got it. I'm not a fan of this deck. It's not a really useful deck, but I think that's the most useful card out of the 3. The support card for this week is Taurin Rook, and the support card destroys 3 non-dark gem. Not very useful. It creates 8 dark gems. Not very useful. I've said this on once or twice before, where I said the main cards or the event cards needs to be looked at. They need to be upgraded to be brought into the spectrum of Legendary 2.0, where all the other cards have gotten an upgrade. Master Collection card, Ultra Rare, and we've got Ultimate Forms, which are the main focus of decks. But the support cards have been basically left behind along with the event cards. Now, I think event cards should start creating Power Gem 1s. Power Gem 1s would be nice. If it destroyed 3 non-dark gems and created at least 6 Power Gem 1s, it would be a really brilliant support cards. I think support cards need to start create Power Gems rather than just Garden Variety Gems. Garden Variety Gems, they have their placed in Generation 2 and Generation 1, but from here on in, they haven't really got much of any use in the game whatsoever, not even to dispel anything. So this is Winged Goliath, and this is the event card. It upgrades 1 dark gem to 1 level higher. It creates 6 Power Gem 1s. Now, this 6 Power Gem 1s would have been what I would have loved to see on the support card. And on this one, creating 6 Power Gem 3s would have been far better, making this card a far more useful card. It's got its use, but it's not extremely useful. Going back a few years ago, you got a event card, you'd be celebrating having 1 event card and 3 support cards, but now it's all about the ultimate form, and it's all about damage increase and all of that. So is it a deck to go chasing after? If you're looking for a Beast Killer deck, if you haven't got a Beast Killer deck and you really want to go for this one, yes, you can go for it. But primarily for myself, I've already got 2 Beast Killer decks. So these are my 2 Beast Killer deck. This one is not very useful, Starkin Nightmares. It's got a 6-turn cooldown, and you're only able to use the battle skill after the 6-turn cooldown. So the first time you're actually able to use the battle skill is after the 6-turn cooldown, which makes it an absolutely ridiculous card. This one, however, is not too bad. and it's a much better card than the one that I showed you before. However, both cards only give me a 400% damage increase based on its beast killer skill. So it's 4 from this one, 4 from that one. Would have been nice if I would be getting 900 from each, but it's neither here nor there. I've got the killer skill on both of these cards. I can couple both of these cards with, say, the golems. So instead of using this one, I could basically say swap it out for the golem deck, and the golem deck would be my main damage dealer. So I would use Glorious Golem, I would use High Performance Unit Area, and to get a bit more damage increase, I'll just go for Unit Area. So Unit Area would double up on the skill. However, I need 200 percent, 200. I need 200 intensity before I can actually double up on the status. But that would be a nice deck. I could get rid of this one and put a card in that's gonna give me a bit more power gem production, or I could use a card that would upgrade the power gems. So I could use, for example, this card, because this card actually upgrades the power gems. So this one creates 5 power gem 2s plus 1 more per 100 immortal killer intensity, increasing mortal killer's attack by 180% for 1 turn. Whenever a battle skill that creates power gem is used, heals for 2000% of your recovery and create 1 more dark power gem 1, then upgrades 4 dark power gem by 1 level higher. So this card would be a real good addition to the combo. It won't get the boost from the killer skill, but it won't be the main damage dealer. It's primarily there to increase the attack and increase power gem production and upgrade the power gem. So this is the combination that I'm thinking of running because I haven't got the current deck, and I think it's a nice combo to actually use, and that's one that I'm gonna run. Now, next week's event is a Earth Slayer event, and that will be, I think it's going to be a beast killer as well. Let's have a look. So if we go into the choice stores, next week event will be a beast killer as well. So this deck will be, I've got this that deck as well. And the week after will be an immortal killer. That's where you've got your this deck will be one that will be really valuable if you've got that one. And the last event, which is a fire slayer event, which will be your chaotic killer. Now we've gotten to the point where now trebling on the killer skills. So last year around about this time when this deck came out, we started to double up on the killer skill. Now we're trebling on the killer skill. So next week we'll have 3 Earth Beast killer deck slayers, and then the week after we'll have 3 light commander deck that are immortal killer, and the week after we'll have 3 fire chaotic killer deck which are slayers. So we're trebling up on the skills now, and after that point probably network might change a few things. Hopefully this December they won't change it for the worse, because last December it was absolutely gut-wrenching and ridiculous what they've done to the game. But hopefully they do much better this year, or they don't change anything at all but give us some absolutely brilliant decks. That's what I'm expecting. Another note, I've been saying it for some time now, that having the ability to craft an extra choice coin each season would be preferable than just the one choice coin. Again, we still got one choice coin. That's something that they need to look into. So I've got a few issues with the game in at the moment. Some of the events are quite boring. not really enjoying in some of the events. So I'm not playing as much as how I used to play. But my recommendation is, if you haven't got a beast killer deck, you can go for the beast killer deck. I think it's gonna be a good one. Not gonna be extremely powerful, but it will be a good beast killer deck. It's got boost in it, so it'll be a really good utility card going forward, especially in the spectrum of commander events. In Slayer events, it might be useful as well. Probably have application in Dark Slayer events to upgrade power gems, so you can get it. If I got one of the cards, Master Collection or Ultra, I would have crafted it, but I'm gonna save my coins for the next event and see what type of deck we get. Okay, so that's all I've got for you today. So tomorrow we'll take a look at possible deck combination, see other cards that we probably could put together, see if we can find a mixed affinity deck that probably will deal really good damage. So until tomorrow, like, subscribe, and this is Octane saying, enjoy the rest of the day. Peace, stay healthy, stay strong, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.